Hello, time for another yoga lesson. Today it's all about communication and the throat chakra. A nice way to start for this one is either on your back in Shavasana, feet out either towards the corners of the mat or knees up. Feet flat on the mat, knees in. Or if it's comfortable, you can start with a wide-kneed child's pose, just resting your head and your forehead on the mat. So please find whichever position is most comfortable for you, whether that be in Shavasana, with either feet out at the corners of the mat or knees folded in, or into child's pose. As you find your comfortable position, try to relax into the mat. This is your time. Don't worry about what's happened today. That is now in the past. And don't worry about what you need to do later, because that's in the future. This is your time for you, here and now, in this moment. Try to let your body become heavy as you relax and begin to focus on your breath. If you find thoughts popping into your mind, observe them and let them go. A good colour to focus on for the throat chakra is turquoise blue. And sometimes it helps to imagine a little ball of blue light. As you inhale, it travels up your nose, top of your throat, back of your throat, into your chest, your lungs, your ribs, and right down into your belly. As you exhale, imagine it almost spreading out through your body, like the roots of a tree, filling every little area. Try to focus on that turquoise blue light. Another technique for the throat chakra is maybe to try the box breath. So inhale, maybe for 4 or 6. Hold, exhale, and hold. So let's try it together. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. As you continue this breath pattern, counting for whatever feels comfortable for you, try to imagine that little ball of turquoise blue light filling your body. Maybe something for you to focus on. I am open to the universal truth that is within me. I can speak my truth. I express myself with clarity and confidence. I create my own reality. I acknowledge the power of my word to create what I intend. I speak. Continue here on the mat, just focusing on your breath. We're going to do 4 more cycles. final breath. When you're ready, find your way gently to a comfortable seated position. Spine straight, hands away from your hips, fingers pointing towards the mat. Start with seated twists. So inhale, arms up. As you exhale, turn to your right side, left hand behind your right knee, looking over your right shoulder. We're going to hold this for 4 breaths. With each exhale, try to twist and look just a little further over your right shoulder. Inhale to centre. And as you exhale, twist to the left. Right hand behind the left knee, back over your left shoulder. Again, with each exhale, try to twist a little more, looking over your shoulder. Inhale to centre, arms down. This one, stretch out your left leg in front of you, flex the foot. Bring your right foot next to your left knee, right knee up into your chest. As you inhale, take your arms up, and as you exhale, we're going to put our left elbow behind the right knee. Over the right shoulder again, slightly deeper twist. Inhale, arms up. Place your right leg down on the floor, foot flexed. Left foot by your right knee, left knee into your chest. Inhale, arms up. And as you exhale, put your right elbow outside of your left knee, looking back over your left shoulder. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, seated position. Here we're going to come to tabletop position with your knees underneath your hips, feet flat on the floor. But instead of fingers pointing forward for this one, as comfortably as you can, as far as you can. So your wrists point forward, your fingers are wide but pointing back. We're going to do something called a lion's breath. As you inhale, you're going to scrunch your face up, pull every muscle tight, and as you exhale, you're going to look up and you're going to growl and stick your tongue out with your eyes looking upwards like a sound. Okay, so as you inhale, scrunch your face up. Exhale, look up, tongue out, eyes up. Growling. Inhale, scrunch up. One more. Really good if you're stressed, the lion's breath. Okay, maybe not on the bus. Coming into our normal tabletop position with our knees underneath the hips, fingers pointing forwards, spread wide on the mat, middle finger pointing forwards, pressure going through fingertips, palms so that you don't sink into your wrists. We're going to do cat-cow. So as you inhale, tilt the tailbone up, drop the abdomen down, roll the head up, and as you exhale, Tilt the pelvis under, lift the abdomen round the shoulders, looking down. We're going to do 4 in your own time. Inhaling as you curl up and exhaling as you curl under. You finish your 4, come back to a neutral tabletop. From here, we'll do the tabletop to child's pose flow. So inhale. As you exhale, sink back to child's pose. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale to child's pose. Again, let's do 4 in your own time. Inhaling into tabletop and exhaling to child's pose. Sink back to your final child's pose. Let's hold it here for 6 breaths. Allow your arms to become heavy on the mat, forehead to rest on the mat. If you can, bring your focus back to that little ball of turquoise blue light. Inhale back to child's pose. And here, take your chest, knees, chin down until we're laying on the floor. As you inhale, come up to a low cobra. Push your pubic bone into the mat. Engage your thighs. As you exhale, head down. This time as you inhale, come up a little higher into cobra, keeping your elbows bent tightly into your ribs. Engaging your glutes, your thighs, pushing your pubic bone into the mat. As you exhale, come down. Inhale back to a tabletop. This time, stretch your hands out to the front corner of the mat, keeping your tailbone high. Then sink chest, head down to the mat into puppy. Inhale, place your hands underneath your shoulders, push back to tabletop. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, take it under your left shoulder, Bring your right temple and shoulder down to the mat. If you want a little extra twist and thread the needle, you can push gently through your left hand and shoulder, but try not to twist your hips. Inhale, come back to tabletop. Exhale to reset. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread it under your right shoulder. Left shoulder and temple come to the mat. Inhale, back to tabletop. From here, as you inhale, stretch back to plank. And as you exhale, roll back into downward facing dog. First one of my day. As it's the first one of the day, you can walk the dog gently, pedaling your feet up and down. Keep your tailbone to the sky. Fingers, palms pressing into the mat. Try not to sink into your ribs. Shoulders away from your ears. Once you've walked the dog a little way, let's try to come to a stationary downward dog position. Shoulders away from ears. Fingers, palms pressing into the mat. Chest pushing back towards the thighs, tailbone in the air. Really doesn't matter if your knees are bent or your heels don't touch the ground. Look between your front hands as you inhale, and as you exhale, either take your hands to meet your feet or your feet to meet your hands. Coming into forward fold, maybe take hold of opposite elbows. Bend your knees a little so that your tummy and chest touches your thighs, and have a little rock from side to side. Try to sway from your hips rather than from your shoulders. Come to a steady exhale into forward fold. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, forward fold, and inhale gently, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way up into standing pose. Exhale to mountain. Right, so we start our sun salutations. Big toes together, heels just slightly apart. Engage your thighs, tuck your pelvis, tilt it forward, muscles are engaged. Inhale, arms up, look at your palms. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, jump or step back to plank. Inhale, as you exhale, either knees, chest, chin or chaturanga down. Inhale to an upward facing dog. Exhale to a downward facing dog. 1, pressing your fingers into the mat. 2, tailbone to the sky. 3, shoulders away from your ears. 4, chest pushing back towards your thighs. 5, heels stretching down towards the ground. Inhale, look between your front hands. Exhale, step into forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, arms up into mountain. Exhale, hands down. Let's do one more. Inhale, arms up, palms together. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga down. Inhale to an upward facing dog. Exhale to a downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. 1, pressing your fingers, palms into the mat. 2, tailbone to the sky. 3, shoulders away from your ears. 4, chest pushing back towards your thighs. 5, heels stretching down towards the ground. Inhale, take your right leg up. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, take your right leg up. Exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, take your right foot up. Exhale, step it between your front hands and drop your left knee to the mat, coming into low lunge. Sink into that front knee, front foot. 4 breaths here. Inhale. As you exhale, frame your front foot. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, step it between your front hands. Inhale, coming up to warrior 1. So you turn your left foot to about 35 degrees, both hips facing forward, pulling your right hip back, left hip forward, bending into your right knee. Arms up, try to keep shoulders away from ears. Inhale. As you exhale, frame your front foot. Inhale, step back to plank. Now you can either drop right knee to the mat, left foot on the floor, lift left arm into side plank, or from your plank position, you can turn to the side, left foot slightly in front of your right, both knees off the mat, lifting into side plank. Inhale, as you exhale, twist back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, step it between the front hands. We're coming into warrior 2 position. So your left foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Right knee is bent. Try to stretch your right knee back towards your little toes. Pelvis tilted under. Imagine there's a wall behind you. Inhale, reach your right arm forward. Exhale, raise your right arm over your head. Left arm around your back into reverse warrior. Inhale to warrior 2. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, lift your chest. As you exhale, we're coming down to triangles. The back of your right hand onto the inside of your right ankle. Raising your left arm up overhead. Again, keep tucking tailbone in, tilting pelvis forward. Imagine there's a flat wall behind you. You can lean back onto it. Inhale, come up. As you exhale, turn both feet forward. We're coming into pyramid. Inhale, clasp your hands behind your back, look up. As you exhale, gently lower your torso down towards looking at your right big toe. Keep your shoulders away from your ears as your arms come up behind you. Inhale, come up. As you exhale, bend front knee coming into a runner's lunge, keeping your left hand by your right foot on the mat. Lift your right arm up, look towards the palm. If it helps, you can drop your left knee down to the mat, or you can keep it raised for the challenge. Inhale. As you exhale, frame your front foot. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga down. Inhale to an upward facing dog. Exhale to a downward facing dog. Pressing your palms into the mat, tailbone to the sky, shoulders away from your ears, chest back towards your knees. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, bring left knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bring left knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift left up. Exhale, step it through between your front hands. Drop your right knee to the mat, coming into low lunge. Inhale, arms up, shoulders away from ears, sinking into your hips. Inhale. As you exhale, frame your front foot. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, step it between your front hands. As you inhale, we're coming into warrior one. Right foot goes flat on the mat, both hips facing forward. Pulling your right hip forward, left hip back, sinking into your left knee. Arms up above your head, shoulders away from ears. Inhale. As you exhale, frame your front foot. Inhale, step back to plank. Again, we're going side plank, so you can either drop your left knee down, or you can keep both knees, legs straight. Right arm goes up, looking towards the palm. Inhale. As you exhale, come back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, step it between your front hands. Going into warrior two on the left side. So your right foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Left knee is bent at a 90-degree angle, pointing out, pushing out towards the little toes on the left foot. Pubic bone is tucked under. Weight is evenly spaced in the middle of your body. Try not to sink your weight over your left knee. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, bring your left arm up over your head. Right arm tucked behind your back. Reverse warrior. Try and keep sinking into that left knee. Try not to actually change your legs. Inhale, back to warrior two. Stretch the left leg, coming into triangle. So inhale, lift up. As you exhale, left hand on the inside of the left ankle. Right arm goes up. Keep your tailbone tucked under, pubic bone pushing forwards. Imagine there's a wall behind you. Inhale, come up. This time we're going to face both feet forward. As you inhale, clasp your hands behind your back, look up. As you exhale, gradually lower your torso, looking down towards your left big toe. Your arms come up behind you. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Pyramid pose. Inhale, come up. As you exhale, bend your left knee, coming into runner's lunge. Place your right hand by your left foot. As you inhale, lift left arm up, looking towards the palm of the hand. Inhale. As you exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, step back to plank. As you exhale, drop your knees down and sink back to child's pose. Have 4 breaths here. Try to bring your focus back to your blue light and your breath. Imagine that little ball of turquoise blue light flooding your body. Inhale to tabletop. Actually, roll over. Let's come to first of all a seated position. Then inhale. As you exhale, lowering yourself vertebrae by vertebrae down. Knees bent, feet flat on the mat. Have a little check that your hips, knees and feet are all in line. Right, we're going to come to a bridge pose. So as you inhale, begin to push through your legs, tilting your pelvis up, push your feet into the floor and lift your hips towards the sky. If it feels comfortable, you can push your shoulders under and clasp your hands under your sacrum, pushing through feet into mat, lifting hips to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, release your hands and gradually, very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, come back down, tilting your pelvis up until your spine is flat on the mat. Now from here, there are 3 variations. You take the one that feels good for you. Listen to your body. There's no competition in yoga. Also, don't push yourself. Right, coming down into a laying position. First variation is just to raise your feet up, keeping feet flexed, legs straight. If it helps, you can lay against a wall and do this. Now, if you're used to it, you can come to a shoulder stand. So inhale, draw your knees into your chest, fold your shoulder blades under and come up into a shoulder stand. Tilting your pelvis forward, feet are flexed. If it feels good and you're ready, we can try plough pose. So taking your feet behind you, you may wish to place a block there. Clasping hands, keeping legs straight. Try to keep your chin just a little way away from your chest. Inhale back to shoulder stand. As you exhale, gradually, you can place your hands on your sacrum just to lower down gently. Helps sometimes to bend your knees and bring them into the chest. And down. Now, whichever one you chose to take, as a chest, you'd bend your knees, bring them into the chest and have a little roll from side to side. Your spine's done a lot of work. It's really nice to thank him. And place your feet down on the mat. Come up to a seated position. And stretch, feet in front, legs straight, feet flexed, coming into forward fold. So inhale, arms up. And as you exhale, folding from the hips, bring your hands down. They may not reach your feet, that's fine. You may be on your shins or your ankles, that's absolutely fine. Try to keep your spine straight. Try not to sort of bend your head to your knees. You're actually aiming to bring your chest or chin down towards your shins. Your drishti or focal point is your big toes. With each exhale, we can try to bend a little further. Maybe with an inhale, release slightly. With the next exhale, you can go a little deeper. Inhale, come up, and you're going to, again, exhale, coming down, laying onto your mat. Now we're going to try fish. To start with, first position is to keep your knees bent, feet on the mat. Lift your shoulders underneath you, so your shoulder blades are pointing in towards the centre of your back. You can place your hands under your buttocks, bend your elbows slightly. If it feels good, you can tilt your head back so that the top of your head is looking behind. Placed on the mat, you're looking at the back of the room. If that feels good, you're welcome to straighten your legs into fish position. Inhale, gradually lower yourself back to the ground. Be very, very gentle with your neck. Release your shoulder blades out. Final twists before the end of the practice. Inhale, lift your knees up. Cross your right leg over your left. You might even go for the bind. Take arms either to goddess or stretch them out into T. Inhale. As you exhale, drop your right knee to your left side, but look over your right hand or shoulder. Make sure that your right shoulder stays in contact with the mat. It's unlikely that your right knee will reach the floor. If it does, congratulations. Make sure that your right shoulder stays in contact with the mat. Looking out towards the right side. As you inhale and exhale, try to imagine that little ball of turquoise light filling your body. Beautiful colour. Inhale, back to centre. Cross your left leg over your right. Inhale. As you exhale, drop your left knee to your right side. Look over your left shoulder. Keep your left shoulder in contact with the mat. Inhale, come back to centre. And maybe just pull your knees into your chest for one final little hug. Give them a rock. And we're getting ready for Shavasana. So you may want to place on some layers, find a blanket, put some socks on. But when you're ready, either bringing your feet to the outer edge of the mat and letting your knees drop in, spine flat on the mat, or if it's comfortable for you, feet out to the corners of your mat, let the toes point outwards, hands away from the body, palms up. And when it feels good, allow your eyes to close. Gradually feel yourself relaxing into the mat, your body becoming heavy. That little ball of turquoise light is filling up your body. I have lost my voice. I called it once or twice. It gave no answer. I called from dawn to dusk and all night after. Into the storms, the seas, the skies, in every valley, the echo of my cries. I shouted until my throat was sore. I spoke and wrote, and still my voice lacks even more. It puts out words and turns a phrase, and yet still missing from the page is that infernal beloved tone that creates from words a simple poem. These words I write, I force them out, I push and tug and pull. I squeeze to make each line feel full. It doesn't just flow from a pen like once it did so way back when. I do not know when it got lost. Is age the burden of this cost? Or did I sell it, make a trade? For my mind's calm, my voice was paid. Though it's gone, I hunt it still, through the forests and around the hills. I shout into a gaping moor, and more and more, and more and more the echoes hit me in the face. A mirror flawed within this space. A voice is trapped inside, not mine, but maybe it could be given more time. Time to nurture, soothe and grow, to make a new voice, one I know. A voice is never simply found, but grows from seeds within the ground. Try to bring your focus to that blue light and your breath filling your body. If it feels good, as you inhale, point your toes and bring your arms up, overhead, stretching along the front of your body. And as you exhale, roll over to your right side into the fetal position. Keeping your eyes closed or your gaze low, press your palms into the mat and gently come up to a seated position. Keeping your spine straight, hands away from your hips. As you inhale, bring your arms up, overhead, palms together. As you exhale, bring your thumbs to your mind's eye for kind and loving thoughts, to your lips for kind and loving intentions, words, and to your heart center for kind and loving intentions. Dropping forehead to fingertips and fingertips down to Mother Earth. May all beings be happy and free. Namaste. Try rubbing your palms together to generate some heat. And then when they feel nice and warm, gently, you don't need to touch your face, but just bring your palms in front of your eyes as you gradually blink them open and gently come back to this space. Well done, everybody. Some challenging poses there. Congratulations, and I will see you again next week.